In this series, I'm going to be looking into the mind of a chess genius, one of the greatest chess players of all time, in Robert James Fischer. I'm going to be going through every single one of the games from the classic book, My 60 Memorable Games, with the intention to get to the heart of each and every game without worrying about unnecessary sidelines or complications. What to expect? Crushing moves, attacking chess, brilliances, daring sacrifice, positional masterpiece, everything you expect from Robert James Fischer. I do hope you'll join me on the journey. So in the first game, Bobby Fischer is playing international master James Sherwin. James Sherwin has already beaten Fischer in this tournament in New Jersey in 1957. Bobby Fischer is just 14. So in this opening, what we see is a King's Indian attack. Very quiet, unassuming opening. It soon leads to a positional mastery in the middle of the board and a kingside attack, which is an absolutely fantastic example of Fischer's early aggressive play. So Fischer goes into the King's Indian attack as white, which is something I'm really interested in looking at myself, actually, because it's something of a system opening. You can play it against virtually anything, and you know it also has the benefit of going into my own personal favourite structure, which is this D3 Roy structure. And yeah, you could argue it feels like it's a tame opening. White's not done anything outrageous. You know, they've set up in this position. But what you're going to get as white is a familiar structure, familiar sort of closed middle game battle for the middle of the board, which can lead to devastating kingside attacks. So yeah, I am interested in looking at this more seriously. I did toy around with it a little bit, very, very briefly, but now after watching this game already, I'm thinking of changing my openings for the 17th time. So anyway, let's have a look. Okay, so the first point of interest is this position here. So this is a bit of a sad move, really. And when I first looked at this, I thought, really? Like closing the position up, not trying to play for counterplay, and just gives white a free hand on the king side. The problem for black in this position is it's basically got no other move. Well, the computer recommends bishop a6, but I'll come back to that in a minute. So as Fischer noted, you know, dropping the bishop back just kind of looks natural, keeping onto the bishop, but that just loses a piece after c4, right? c4, knight f6, bishop f4. The problem is, this rook on b8 just looks like a bit of a wally, to be honest. And it just kind of, when you've got the bishop on b8 and the queen on c7, it's open to tactics on this diagonal with bishop f4. And we see that later on in the game. So that's no good for black. Neither is the move c takes, because after this move, we just take the bishop, c4, and then it's the same thing again. You know, it's our wally friend on b8. It's just not doing anything practical apart from just being a target. So yeah, so black actually has to sort of go into this sad-looking move of closing down the sort of centre and the queen side. And black's basically not got much play and just sort of sits around waiting for Fischer. So the computer did pick out bishop a6, which stops c4, but you know, after that move, I suppose, well, we could just take the bishop anyway, and then you could argue that white's better with a bishop pair, and they've still got a free hand on the king side, more or less. So let's look at the next point of interest. So Fischer takes the bishop, and after that starts attacking on the king side. So what would you play in this position? A number of different moves, but Fischer goes queen c2. I like this sort of move, right? It's just very, very simple attacking chess, threatening checkmate, you know, which black's got to respond to, right? That's it. There's no other sort of play. So black has to bring a piece over to the king side. And then continuing with the attack, h4, really nice attacking move. h4, h5 come in, right? You know, have to sort of respond to this threat again. Right, let's just say, you know, you do something else. And then we just play h5, and you know the knight can't move because of the checkmate. So really simple attacking chess, which limits black's options, which is what I like. So in the game, in this position, we go knight back to f6, and then we've got a cracking move coming up by Fischer. So knight f6, covers this square. What are you going to do next? We would like to play h5, but obviously that just takes the pawn. So what would you do in this position as white? How would you continue the attack? So well done if you found this move and you've not seen this game before, because it is knight takes on h7, put that in your pipe and smoke it, right? So this is a great attacking move, because after knight takes h7, we have h5, with the idea of, let's say the knight drops back to e7. What do we have again? Bishop f4. Bishop f4, winning the silly rook on b8. So black's got to find a better defense to that. So black finds a really nice move in this position. Really, really decent move, and it's given an exclamation mark by Fischer in the game. So can you find a better move for black in this position? Right, chance to pause. Let's go. Look at this move. You know, hands off to James on this move for finding this move. Really, really nice idea. So what? What are you talking about? Nice idea? Because bishop f4, queen must move somewhere. Let's say, I don't know. Let's go back to here, then we just lose the rook, right? No, because the problem with this move, and which is why James played the knight to h4, is after takes bishop, king takes. So let me do it now. We have this move. Bang. Right, king moves and the bishop falls. And in this position, you can see that black is just the exchange up. So that doesn't work. So that's the idea behind knight h4. Really, really nice try by black, but it's still not going to be enough, because after takes, which is in the game, rook b8, h6, just continuing the attack. And I really like this move now, not this one, the one afterwards. So black takes a pawn, and we just take. Right, we just leave the bishop there, because obviously we're on the rook. So after this move, king takes. This is basically over. Right, this is just over now, the game. White has just got a massive attack on the king side. Black's got nothing. Right, he's not even going to take the rook. There's no point in taking the rook. What we got instead? Bang, rook e4. Right, rook e4. It's just now also threatening check, threatening to win the queen. This is just carnage. It's game over, basically. So we got queen comes to h5. And then we've just got attacks everywhere. The rooks are flooding into the game. We've got the queen, we've got the bishop, we've got the other bishop that can sort of come into e4 and join in the fun. Right, this is over. Let's just watch how quickly Fischer finishes this game. This is I tried to sort of block the position down. This is not going to work. Bang. Check. The bishop here on e5, wow. Massively powerful. And this is just time to resign. Queen comes in. Bang, taking away the defender of h7, and this is a nice move. So taking the queens, black could take, but then, we're just going to take here, we're going to take here, we're going to take here, we're just a piece up, so it's just not going to work. So after taking the rook, bishop check, and that's resignation time. I mean, we've got bishop blocks, and then we just got this picking up another pawn in the position, and this is just game over. For example, this position, we just queen for rook up, the other rook coming into the game. So a wonderful attacking game by Bobby Fischer there. I really like that kingside attack, and what I'm going to do in this series is continue to pick out 2 or 3 relevant points from the book, and I hope you're going to join me with the rest of the games, because I'm going to go through every single one. I'm going to really enjoy visiting these games again, and picking up key ideas from the games, rather than sort of spending 45 minutes and an hour on each game and going through other variations. I could have done that, but I've really got 60 hours to sort of analyse, but I can do a 5 or 6 minute video, and I think you can pick up so much just by picking out 2 or 3 really relevant points and really analyse them a little bit and getting the flow of the game. So thanks for watching, and take care, guys.